everyone, my name is Helen Mooney. I'm Provost of South Ayrshire and a locally elected councillor for the Prestwick ward. I'm delighted to have this opportunity to support democracy and encourage every single one of you to go out there and use your vote for the Scottish Youth Parliament in March. This is your chance to get involved and choose the people you want to represent you. That's a big responsibility, but it is one that matters. It was less than 100 years ago that women first won the right to vote in this country, and they had to take some pretty drastic action to achieve their aims. And even today, in today's modern society, people continue to have to fight for the right to vote and put themselves in almost unthinkable situations just to cast a vote. You'll have seen pictures in some countries of people standing for hours or days, often intimidated, attacked, or even killed, just for wanting to play their part in democracy. Yet here in Britain, where we might be seen to have it all, only around half of us, at best, will turn out to vote. So my message to you, as the Youth Parliament elections get underway, is this: don't be a spectator. As one of my heroes, Barack Obama, said, the best way not to feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make some good things happen, you will fill the world with hope. You will fill yourself with hope. And you have that power, the power to make a difference, just by casting your democratic right to vote. And not just in the Youth Parliament. Every year, around 750 18-year-olds get the vote. Now that mounts up to about 3,750 votes over my term of office. That's the power to determine the outcome of an election. That's the power you have for change. So use your power. Be inspired. Have courage. Use your vote this March and choose who you want to represent you at the Scottish Youth Parliament.
Hello everyone, I'm Councillor John Hampton. I represent the Ayr North Ward and I'm also South Ayrshire Council's Youth Champion. As Youth Champion, my role is very simple. I am the supportive link between you, the young people of our community, and the 29 other elected members within the council. Here in South Ayrshire, we value the role of our young people, and we have a dedicated youth strategy. This recognises that it's important that we involve you when we make decisions that affect young people. Alongside this, thanks to bodies like the South Ayrshire Youth Forum and the Scottish Youth Parliament, young people have a strong voice in society today. More than ever before, young people now have many opportunities to be heard and respected by decision makers, and the Scottish Youth Parliament elections in March are an important element of that, so make sure you take part. The Scottish Youth Parliament is made up of 150 young people from across Scotland who all want to ensure that they are heard on the issues that matter to them and you. Your MSYPs tackle the big issues that matter most, like the right to vote, access to education and employment, getting a fair wage and being treated equally. And by choosing who you want to be your MSYP, you are playing your part in the decision-making processes to influence these topics. Young people have so much to offer, and the Scottish Youth Parliament elections are an ideal way to showcase this. So support the candidates, vote for the person you want to represent you, and make sure that you have your say this March. If you don't take part, who's going to speak up for you?
Hi, I'm Kate. I want to be part of the Scottish Youth Parliament because I want to make a difference in my local area. I think that I would be a good person to vote for because I'm not afraid to stand up and share your opinions and try to get things changed that you think are problems in your area. My main interests are sports, music and art, and I want to try and give people in rural areas the same opportunities that people in cities get by providing transportation and organising things in the local area that mean that you get the same opportunities that you would if you lived in, for instance, Glasgow. So if you want an approachable person to represent you that you can come and talk to about anything, then please remember to vote for me. Voting is in March, and if you want any more information then you can ask your school. There will be information around the school, or you could ask any of your teachers, and I'm sure that there will be posters up. So please vote for me and I will do my best to represent you.
Well, I'm Miriam McGough and I'm a student from Turbolton. I'm determined and passionate and I care so much about young people and having our voice heard. I'm already chairperson of South Ayrshire Youth Forum, so I've already established great links on changing the perception of young people and getting our voice heard. I feel that if I was elected as MSYP I'd be able to take this further, and my experience has prepared me to be the best MSYP I could possibly be. A lot of the young people in Scotland don't really have a clue about politics, and I think that in schools there should be education given on elections and democracy and citizenship in order to them to make an informed vote and choice. Finally, I think access to the arts is important. Music and drama and such things should not only be for people who can financially afford it. There should be opportunities for all people to participate, irrespective of their financial status or disability and such things. And I'd like to see more opportunities in South Ayrshire for people to participate in that.
Hi there, my name is Abby Hamilton and I'm a 15-year-old pupil at Kyle Academy. I'm standing for equality. I'm standing for equality in general, but I mainly want to focus on areas that affect young people. So I'm going to be focusing on gender, race, sexuality, mental and physical disabilities. It's vital that we give everyone in society the right and opportunity to be equal and to let them take that opportunity forward. Although there are many areas that I feel passionately about and that I would like to make a difference in, for this talk I'm going to be focusing on something that I know a lot about and feel needs a lot of changing. The definition of equality is that the right of different groups of people have a similar social position and receive the same treatment. But this isn't always what equality is about. Equality is sometimes about giving people the right tools and the right information to be seen as equal amongst others. For example, I'm dyslexic, and when dyslexic people say they want to be treated equally, they don't mean it literally. They mean they want to be given the right tools, information and educational help to be seen as equal amongst other people. I would like to make a difference, and through the Scottish Youth Parliament it will give me my voice. Thank you.
When I first heard of the Scottish Youth Parliament, it seemed like a great opportunity for young people like me to raise issues important to us. One issue that is important to me is people and their education. I think we should be given more choice and variety in the subjects we study. Us young people should be allowed to ask what subjects or topics we want to be included in the course. This can include getting more specific in a certain area of a subject. If I was voted into Scottish Youth Parliament, I would bring forward the point of people being given the chance to get more active. This can include recreation grounds with skate parks which could be more safer than the outdoor ones. One other issue I'd like to raise is the importance of equality and all young people having a fair shot at anything they want to achieve. In young people's society, there is still the problem of bullying. This can depend on a person's race, colour or even sexuality. This is an issue which should be taken very seriously and should be tackled. There are just a few issues I would like to bring forward in being elected to the Scottish Youth Parliament. I think these issues would be beneficial as us young people in our everyday life and education.
For a lot of people that do activities out of school will really struggle with finding the time to study and socialise with friends. Another thing is, how are we meant to study in class if the teachers in our school will be moving on to different topics and not giving us the time we need to revise the things we do? As many of you all know, secondary schools are trying to become a health promoting school and trying to emphasise that teenagers should have a balanced diet and exercise more. But there is no gym that takes under 16s unless it's a session for Teen Fit. But not everyone is comfortable with their body or confident enough to attend one of these classes. Also, many teenagers under the age of 16 would love the opportunity to have a part-time job, but do not get the chance. This means they will not be able to pay for things like the gym or even some new clothes if their mum and dad can't always afford to give them money. Another thing I would like to address is putting the retirement age up. People will not have the chance to work or will find it harder, and this might cost the government thousands if the young people were to start claiming off benefits.
My name is Chloe Smith. I am a representative from Prestwick Academy. I believe that the SYP is an amazing opportunity to make a change and make your voice heard. There are loads of changes I would like to make. The main changes I would like to make are within all the schools in Scotland to make them the best they possibly can be. I believe that more technology should be used in classes. This has already been done in schools in Aberdeenshire. They have iPads in every classroom in primary schools. This would be beneficial for many pupils for many reasons. Dyslexia is something that all teachers are aware of, but are not the best at identifying. I propose that teachers are given the proper training to identify better which pupils need that extra little boost, as many will not stand up and ask for help themselves. Needing help is nothing to be ashamed of. Thank you for listening.
Hello, I'm Kai Green, and I'm standing as a member of the Scottish Youth Parliament for Ayr. When I first heard about the Youth Parliament, my initial thought was the good effects it could have in Ayr. If I am elected as an MSYP, then I will do all in my power to allow the youth of Ayr to change Ayrshire. If we are to inherit a town so full of historic value, then we shall have the choice to change it just now. We are the youth of Ayrshire. We are the winds of change. To read my full manifesto or vote for me, go into www.youngscot.org. Thank you.
Thanks for inviting me today. One of my main aims if I were to be elected into the Scottish Youth Parliament is to improve extracurricular activities for young people inside and outside schools, just to give them the best range of extracurricular activities to take part in and increase their opportunities to do it, because I feel that maybe sometimes they'd like some sort of activity but it's not available in their area, and I'd just like to make sure that it is available for them. As a person, I believe completely in diversity and equality, and I'd say my main quality is listening to other people and their opinions, and I feel that's very important, and I could make a personal guarantee to everyone that I would never not listen to them. I'll always listen to their opinion, because their opinion is the most important in this Parliament. I just want to make sure young people know that they can be heard, and I'd be privileged if I were to be the carrier of their voice, just to let them know that they can be heard and they can make a difference in their community. I want to make sure the young people know that they can make a difference, and that's what I would do if I were elected.
Hi, I'm Mason Rowan. I stay in Ayr and I go to Ayr Academy. I'd like to win the Scottish Youth Parliament because I'd like to improve the health of young people in my area, and I'd like to cut down on smoking and raise awareness of the effect it can have on you. I'd also like to raise opportunities for sports we have in this area, which I think lack. And first of all, we'd do the surveys at school to see what sports young people want, and then pilot it in my school and hopefully get it across Ayrshire, then eventually in Scotland as well. And I think it's full for me because I'd have your interests at heart, and I'd make sure that these things happen. I know I do, I'm not a thinker. And you can vote between the 4th and the 14th of March online using your Scott card.